We're making sure that we're not obligated to the inmate, that we're not dependent on the inmate. But that's why we're put in this position. We have to be better than them. Because if we don't respect ourselves, we can't expect the public to. How are you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk.
Now, all of these are things that we would have different names.
Host. H-O-S-T. I don't know what hoist is. Host. How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk.
You are correct, sir.
Today I want to talk about training. And what I mean specifically about training is how training can be used to increase employee morale and better communication among staff. That's the key. And it's definitely a discussion that we need to have, because I'm tired of people using training as a way to badmouth the system, like that's their venue. So when we come back from our sponsors, we're going to be talking about how training can be used to increase employee morale and increase communication between custody and civilian staff members. As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. Please, if you haven't, subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. That bell is going to notify you every time I post up a video. I stand by for our sponsors.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Being a corrections officer takes its toll on even the strongest individuals. The constant need to perform at the highest level, putting your life at risk in a hostile environment, and the mental scarring of traumatic experiences. 31% of corrections officers show symptoms of PTSD, and 66% of people with PTSD also suffer with a substance abuse problem. The Transformations First Responders program is specially designed to help veterans and officers heal from the grips of addiction and PTSD in a comfortable, supportive, and serene setting. You are not alone. If you have questions about the services we offer, give us a call at 866-762-8454 to get more information on this affordable and life-changing program.
Thank you guys for listening to our sponsors. You know, training can be a great venue to promote good employee morale, to promote real good communication within the department. I mean, great communication amongst the multiple departments that have to work together as one for the collective mission of the agency, which is the safety and security balanced with rehabilitation, and just to get people communicating, to understand each other's perspective and the roads we need to take to get to the same goal. It's the same goal. It's just, what's your road? What's my road? How do these roads work together as one? The training venue should never be used as a way to bastardize the system, because you got to realize something. Even though I know that we deserve more than what we're getting, and I know a big concern is the money and the benefits, I understand that. But another one of the major concerns that we have to deal with is the fact that we're losing people, losing good qualified staff. Guys, we are understaffed nationally. So the last thing we want to do is dishearten those who are in the field, those who choose to remain with us through this battle. Because those are the people, believe it or not, that you want with you when the battle's done. You know, we have a lot of qualified staff that are still in the battle with us, hoping for that change, but they're tired. They're on the verge of giving up. And then we have some qualified people that are interested in entering the profession. You know, they're curious about what corrections is about, and they're qualified. They're a good fit for this profession. And when you have people that just sit there and use their venues to bastardize the profession in a way where there's no balance, there's nothing positive being done, it's just simply using these training venues to bastardize the work that's being done, to bastardize our role, you know, our role in public safety, the importance of what we do. And they use these venues to bastardize the system, well, those that are on the fence, like the new people who aren't really invested, that just may not want to deal with this bullshit and just head out, or the people with experience who are kind of on the fence anyway, and they're looking for that excuse to go at this point, they're going to embrace that. And you just push that person out. And that's counterproductive to what we need. We need proper staffing. So part of that is while we're going through these changes, we need to also remind people of the good. So even though we may be having trouble getting those new, we can still maintain the experience by saying, hey, don't leave yet, man. I know we're going through something, but I need you by my side because I need you. Because you're important to me. You know, it's sad. It's sad when, you know, I know a lot of things are out of our control, and I'm not saying this to minimize the importance of what we need, those incentives that are external, like the competitive pay, competitive benefits. I'm not saying we don't need that. But I also want people that are in the profession for the right reasons, those internal incentives. The people that are going to go through this battle because they know that this is a job that has to be done. And they're not here for the external reasons. They're here because they're motivated internally. And those are the people in my end that deserve the reward at the end. Because they went through the battle, they came out bloody. And at the end of the day, we're all standing together and we get the win. Because it's going to happen. People are listening now more than ever. Trust me. You know, there's a lot of national attention being drawn, especially after the incident in South Carolina at Lee's Correctional Institution where 7 inmates were killed. So now you have inmates' families that are asking for us to be properly staffed, asking for those right incentives so their families can be protected when they're behind the wall. So our voices are out more now than it ever was. My concern is I want to do whatever we can in the meantime, before we get those incentives, to keep the people that are qualified. I don't want them leaving. I want to be the pulling them back in. I want them to embrace the profession once again, as hard as it is, because I know it's hard, but our training department can help us with that. I don't want us pushing people away. I want us to pull them in. We need those qualified people to stay. And that's where it comes from, all of us working together as one to say, listen, changes, hopefully they're on the way. But in the meantime, let me tell you why I need you. Let me tell you why you're important to this mission. And when the training officers are doing their things at the job and they're giving the training, there's so many things about the training that they provide that can incorporate how to embrace the profession once again, the internal incentives of why we do what we do. Instead, you get the trainers that are just focused on these external incentives and just bastardize the system when we're most vulnerable. Listen, we know these concerns are out there, but there are some people that are trying to stay in the battle. There are people that are trying to continue the fight with us. We don't want to lose those people. We don't. So what I'm asking is, if you're in a position as a trainer, which, believe it or not, gives you some form of authority because you're training people to be effective at their job, take advantage of that to remind people of the positive that this profession has. Remind people of the need for the proper motivation, the internal motivation that continues to motivate us when the external incentives aren't there. Because there's still people right now that deserve more. They deserve more, but they're still putting their lives on the line every day because they're motivated beyond the external. It's coming internally. And I think that the training's in a good position to bring that back out. I really do. So as always, the show is Tier Talk. Please, if you haven't, subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. That bell's going to notify you every time I post up a video. And as always, guys, stay safe.